To be first. Right here in the middle. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Farrod, it seems at Mississippi State for the past few years we've heard, hey, the tight end's really going to be a big part of the offense, and it hasn't come to fruition. What's going to be different this year, and how big a role are you going to play in Mississippi State's offense?
More is going to be asked of us from the whole group. A lot of 12 personnel, 11 personnel, and we're going to have a huge role.
Okay. All right.
You've got a quarterback competition this fall between Tommy Stevens and Keaton Thompson. What are both of those guys going to bring to the table? And if you had to, I'm not asking you to make a pick or anything like that, but, do you think both of them can be successful this year if whoever wins the job?
Both of those guys are great leaders, great quarterbacks, obviously. And I'm comfortable being on the field with both of those guys and also our younger guys. That room is something special.
Okay. Over in the camera bank, if we can. There we go.
Hey, I'm from WJTV in Jackson, Mississippi, right here. I want to know, how did your time at Wesson prepare you to be successful at Mississippi State?
It prepared me well. Small town, so nobody really knew who I was. I wasn't highly recruited, so they helped me as being humble and not getting a big head and working for things I want. And my parents was on me about that and just staying level-headed, and I knew this day would come.
Over here to your right, second row.
Caroline Grace, WAFF, out of Huntsville, Alabama. So from everyone on the team, how is their confidence impacted by there not being a decision yet on the quarterback?
There's no decision made at any position. We're all working. We're all there for a reason. And everybody has competition in each room, so each guy has attacked each day and not knowing what's promised, and each guy has been pushed by somebody in their group, and there's no depth chart yet.
Okay, to your left.
Jacques Doucet, WAFB TV in Baton Rouge. When LSU went to Starkville a couple of years ago, you guys beat him pretty soundly. Can you speak to them coming to Starkville this year to play you guys?
It'll definitely be an exciting game. Each SEC game is, and I'm looking forward to that game. LSU always had that swagger on defense, and I'm ready to play against those guys.
Over here to the right, against the wall.
Well, Michael Bradden from Saturday Down South. Obviously, you guys added Tommy Stevens, quarterback, but also Kansas State receiver Isaiah Zuber. Just thoughts on them and how they're fitting in with the team. And I know they haven't been through a camp, but just your impression on them.
We've been doing 7-on-7 individual drills with those guys, and they're going to help our team out a lot, both of those guys. They bring some great things to the table, and I'm excited to see what they do this fall.
Okay, we'll go right down here in front, in the middle.
You look at last year, you lose Nick Fitzgerald, Jeff Simmons, Montez Sweat, a lot of the leaders on this team. Obviously, Darrell Williams and Errol Thompson are the captains, and they brought you here to media days. What kind of leadership role are you going to fill this year?
We lost some guys that you really can't replace, Jeffrey Simmons, Montez Sweat, Nick Fitzgerald. But I believe in our younger guys are ready to step up, and they have huge chips on their shoulder because they have huge shoes to fill. And the leadership role is something that I'm growing into. It's different because I'm not that vocal, but I'm excited to see where it goes.
Go back to your left here again.
Okay, so I know everyone's been talking about the quarterback battle, but how is it for you as a tight end to have two quarterbacks that are up for the job that are capable of doing it well?
It helps our team a lot because you don't want to just have one quarterback because things happen in SEC. It's a physical game. So, and also they push one another, and they're helping our team grow. The defense, they also help the defense because the depth is huge in this conference, long season. So we're thankful for that.
Okay, we'll go back over here again.
At times last year under Joe Moorhead, the offense struggled, not every game, but some games. What gives you confidence that you guys will be more consistent next season?
It's our second year in the offense. Everybody's confidence. Our coaches are more playmakers, I feel like, and it's going to be a huge year for us offensively. And we got to work on being consistent. That's what we've been preaching to one another, and just hold each other accountable.
Go over here to your left.
Steve Schneider, WAFB in Baton Rouge. I know the players' usual response is we're only focused on the one game or the next game, but
Yes.
just for a minute, play along. The first game of the season is kind of an unusual matchup in that it's a neutral site game with a team like Louisiana Lafayette.
Yes, sir.
So your thoughts on that, and also your thoughts on the middle of the schedule. You have like 7 weeks where you have just one home game.
Yeah, I'm excited. It's a neutral site in the Superdome, so a lot of guys are from New Orleans, so we're excited for that. And it's my senior year, so I got to take it for what it is, and I'm ready to attack that.
They call you hard-nosed in your biography. What makes you a hard-nosed player?
Can you repeat that, please?
They call you hard-nosed in your biography. What makes you a hard-nosed player?
Being that guy that does what nobody else wants to do, that physical guy. I just want to win, help the team win, anything, whatever it takes, and the coaches love that about me.
21 starts, 38 career games played. That means you're there for your teammates. Is that something you think is important?
It's very important because only 11 guys get on the field at once. So if everybody on the team accepts their role for what it is, we'll be a dangerous team.
Okay. Back again to the left, please.
Let's talk about cowbells. Do they ever annoy you? Have you gotten used to them?
And I love it. It's unique. That's what I love about Mississippi State. And it's pretty quiet when we're on the field offensively, but the defensive guys tell me they can't really hear too much, so they don't pretty much like it. Like Earl and Leo and them, they don't pretty much like it.
We still have them for a few more minutes. Is there anything else? This is the first stop. Go ahead.
How would you explain like the environment whenever you walk into the stadium? What is it like on game day? Like for us,
It's an unreal feeling. I love it. Each Saturday, going to Davis Wade, our fans, the cowbells, all the little things about it. And I don't have that many games left in Davis Wade, so I have to cherish it.
Okay, back here in the middle.
What's something about Coach Moorhead that we don't know that you could tell us?
He's a huge history guy. He loves watching the History Channel. Every time you go in his office, he's watching the History Channel to get his mind off of things. That's something about Coach Moorhead that some people don't know.
Any last questions? Okay, Farrod, thank you very much. Good luck this season.